Hey there, this is Nate English here with Gregory Kennedy covering the 2020 Vuelta Espana. And today was arguably the most anticipated day of the race, finishing up Langlaroo, which is a pretty famous climb that's just epically steep for especially the last 10K. It's just like 20% for most of it. And it was an epic battle, both for the stage and the GC. Gregory, do you want to quickly summarize what your take was on what went down?
Yeah, exciting day of racing. Movistar, I think, did everything right. They pushed the pace. They got their riders up to the front. They caught the break pretty early. It was very clear, like I had thought yesterday. Today was Movistar's day to try to make something happen. Mark Slayer was clearly tired from the effort he put in yesterday, and he wasn't able to keep the pace. In fact, he lost some time. It was really unfortunate after he put in such a huge effort yesterday to try to make up that time. It was heartbreaking, but Enric Mas ended up being in the lead group of GC contenders from Movistar. So that was really exciting to watch. And I had hoped for the best for Movistar because I just love watching that team. They're just full of drama and excitement. But of course, it was EF Education and Hugh Carthy, who had one of the most amazing rides I've ever seen up the Anglaroo. It was just impressive, right? But it wasn't enough for him to take GC. It's really come down to, I think, Roglic and Carapaz. And yeah, now Carapaz is in red. So excellent day. Fantastic stage.
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. Like Movistar, it was impressive seeing them with I don't know 20 or 30K to go. Like when they're going towards the last climb, they still had I think 6 guys in the group, and Jumbo and Ineos had like 5 guys and 3 or 4 guys respectively, I think. And then even on the early slopes of Langlaroo, like not even a third of the way up, Froome was the only guy left, and at 10K to go, he pulled off to get a feed before the cutoff for that. So Carapaz was on his own the whole challenging part of the climb. Like he had a little bit of help at the bottom, but like it kind of didn't matter at that point, and he just had to ride the whole thing alone. And some of the other teams like had some riders there to give each other support, including Roglic. Like Sepp Kuss was there helping him. But yeah, like the big story for the day was Hugh Carthy just showing that he's exceptional on those steep climbs. Martin was up there still. He was he was maybe an outside pick for the stage win today, but he was like murdering himself just to stay in contact and like finish strong, but you could see he didn't have the legs to make an attack. But yeah, what are we looking forward to in the final week? There's like, I feel like the exciting stages like that you would look at the profiles like, oh, like this weekend is like epic, and then the last week doesn't look crazy, but I feel like it's going to be much more interesting than maybe anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Roglic and Carapaz are the favorites. It's really come down to two of them. Between Dan Martin and Hugh Carthy, it's possible that they are able to clinch the red jersey, but I would be really surprised. I think Roglic looks vulnerable. So he's got this incredibly strong team. Sepp Kuss looked like he could have perhaps even taken the win today, but he was a loyal teammate and he stayed behind and did what he could to help Roglic through. And so Carapaz, like you mentioned, didn't really have any support and was still able to gain 10 seconds on Roglic. So I think and we've talked about this, is like it'll come down to the time trial. And we know Roglic is a stronger time trial than Richard Carapaz, but the last day is this massive mountain stage, right? And so if Roglic is ahead even in the time trial at that part, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold it all together on the final stage. I mean, we might even have a really dramatic upset like in the Tour de France again this year, where Carapaz is able to just take the red jersey on the last day. And I guess like that would be my final prediction for how the Vuelta will play out this year.
Yeah, that would be really painful to have that happen twice in a row for Roglic. Like literally just the last possible second he loses the lead again. I think, I don't know, it's interesting because like he'll be extra motivated to not let that happen, and it's a little bit different when they're actually physically near each other on the last stage as opposed to the time trial where it's like you just go hard, everyone else goes hard, and you see how it sorts out at the end. And it's like you don't really know until everyone crosses the line individually at the tour, but we'll see. So yeah, I think Roglic probably in the red after Tuesday's time trial, probably keeps it through the end of the week, and then Saturday will be an epic battle. And I feel like, yeah, definitely Carthy and Martin probably fighting it out for third in the GC. And I doubt that anyone else from fifth or back is going to be on the podium. They're just going to be fighting it out for their places. But we'll see. Movistar, some other team, they're definitely going to try something, but I think it's going to be really hard between Jumbo and Ineos to see anything actually happen and shake up, you know? But those two stages that are like flatter, they're 200K long. I'm looking forward to that because you're going to see some weird break and like some small group finishing like 5 minutes ahead of the, maybe not 5 minutes, but there's going to be there's going to be some weird nonsense on those days that's going to be fun to watch. But yeah, Tuesday, Saturday, epic GC battle.
That's the move from Movistar, right? It's not over. Like,
yeah,
and they've taken advantage of people in the past, right? They were famously broke the unwritten rules of cycling when the GC contender was had a mechanical, and they attacked, right? So like I wouldn't leave it out of Movistar's box of tools that they wouldn't try to do something like that. I mean, it's in the documentary where the director sportif actually says like, yeah, I completely endorse that. And it was a really controversial move, right? So some of these flat stages, could Movistar get in a break and make something happen and make up that minute or whatever that they need to get Enric Mas up there? It's totally possible, and I'd love to see it happen.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see some really aggressive, crazy riding. It was notable that even though Jumbo still had like Kuss and Roglic up in the front group, like Movistar was really strong. Even though like I feel like there was a lot of attention on Soler getting dropped early on the Angliru, like Valverde was right there. He got dropped early on, but he was just hanging on just barely off of the back of the front group, like all the way to the end. And then obviously Enric Mas was riding really strong in the white jersey. So they have a strong team. We'll see what happens, but yeah, it'll be exciting. Tomorrow's the rest day. We'll probably offer some thoughts about what things are where things stand and anything interesting that goes on. Maybe touch back on the rider protest. Then we'll go through the next week. Any parting thoughts, Greg?
No, Vuelta's been excellent. Really enjoying it this year, and I'm so glad it's happening. Like Tour Down Under and the other races in Australia have been canceled due to COVID-19. So I'm glad there's still some exciting racing taking place, and I'm super happy that no one seems to have tested positive in the Vuelta.
Yeah,
all the teams are there, and the racing continues.
Yeah, and it's great, like seeing some people out there on the roads, but clearly people are taking it pretty seriously there as cases go up. Like people are watching it on TV, I'm sure, but it hopefully is having no real negative impact on the country because it's like, I don't know, it's nice having this like little moment or this like event that's exciting and fun and like maybe inspires some kind of like national camaraderie or pride that they have this really cool race. But it's unfortunate that the country is dealing with COVID in a real way right now. We'll come back tomorrow with more.
The Vuelta is my cure to my post Tour de France depression. I think any cycling fan feels that way. And the last thing I want to end with is like today they do unveil the 2021 route.
Tour. Yeah, we can talk about that tomorrow. Maybe our thoughts on the tour. Get geared up for our cast for next year's tour. Maybe. It should be good. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.